Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In the last class, we learned about the meaning of depreciation, causes and need of depreciation, right? Depreciation, it means what? Reduction or decrease in the value of fixed assets, right? That is due to wear or tear, obsolescence or any natural resource and natural causes and accidents, expiry of legal rights or passage of time. So in today's class we are going to learn about factors affecting the amount of depreciation. So what are the factors affecting the amount of depreciation? Clear? So in that first one is cost of the asset. In that first one, that is cost of the asset. It means what? See here, cost of asset here, depreciation that is calculated based on the purchase price plus any expenses to bring the asset into working condition. So listen very carefully. First factor affecting the amount of depreciation, that is cost of the asset. Here depreciation, how we will calculate the depreciation? Depreciation calculated, that is based on the purchase price plus expenses to bring the assets into working conditions. Like expenses means any installation expenses or freight, etc. Clear? Here higher cost, higher depreciable amount, and lower cost, lower depreciable amount. It means what? If there is higher purchase price plus expenses, then it will results into a higher depreciable amount. And if there is lower cost, then it results into a lower depreciable amount. See, for example, a machine costing rupees 5 lakh. Clear? And scrap value here 0 and life is 5 years. And another machine, it costing rupees 3 lakh and scrap value 0 and life same, that is 5 years. 5 years. Here the depreciable amount for machine costing 5 lakh is 5 lakh divided by 5 years means 1 lakh rupees, 1 lakh. And for machine costing 3 lakh, 3 lakh rupees, that is 60,000. 60,000, right? Yes, 60,000. See, here higher cost means machine costing rupees 5 lakh, that is more than rupees 3 lakh, right? Here higher depreciable amount, that is rupees 1 lakh. And lower cost, that is rupees 3 lakh. Here lower depreciable to compare to rupees 1 lakh, 60,000, it is lesser amount, right? So that is what? Higher cost, higher depreciable amount, and lower cost, lower depreciable amount. So first factors affecting the amount of depreciation, that is cost of the asset. If the cost of asset is more, then more it will result into a more depreciable amount, and if the cost of the asset is less, then it will result into a lower depreciable amount. Clear? So, and let's see the second factors affecting the amount of depreciation, that is estimated useful life of the asset. Estimated useful life of the asset. Here estimated useful life of the asset. Useful life, it means what? The period for which the assets can be used in the business. The period for which the assets can be used in the business. For example, 5 years, 3 years, 10 years, like that. Or clear? That is what? Useful life, the period for which the assets can be used in the business. Till 5 years we have used the machine, like that. Or 10 years. Clear? Here the amount of depreciation, it varies. See here, longer life, if the life of the machine it is longer, then it will result into a smaller annual depreciation. And if the machine's life is short, then it will result into a higher annual depreciation. See, I will explain this through example. Here machine cost rupees 1 lakh, scrap value 0. Scrap value 0. Here case 1. Here life is 10 years. Here life 10 years. Life is 10 years. Clear? So annual depreciation how much? Annual depreciation equals to 1 lakh divided by 10 years equals to rupees 10,000 equals to rupees 10,000. That is, this is the annual depreciation. Let's see case 2. Here life is 5 years and annual depreciation how much? 1 lakh divided by 5 means 20,000 rupees 20,000. This is the annual depreciation. Clear? So, what is the rule? Longer life, smaller annual depreciation. Here longer life is 10 years and see the depreciable amount, that is rupees 10,000 less than 20,000, right? So smaller amount each year. In the case the life of the machine is long, and if the life of the machine is short, in this case the shorter life of the machine is 5. So the depreciation it is 20,000 means a bigger amount each year. Higher annual depreciation. Clear? So I hope this point is also clear to you all. First it is cost of the asset and second one is estimated useful life of the asset. In cost of the asset, higher cost of the asset, higher depreciable amount, and lower cost means lower depreciable amount. But in estimated useful life, if the life of the machine is long, then it will result into smaller annual depreciation. See here, life of the machine, it is 10 years and the depreciable amount it is less, right? And shorter life is 5 years and but there is higher annual depreciation, that is rupees 20,000. Clear? So and next third factor it is affecting the amount of depreciation is scrap value or residual value. Scrap value, it means what? Scrap value, it means the value expected when the asset's useful life ends. Value expected when asset's useful life ends. Clear? That is what? Scrap value. Value expected when asset's useful life ends. When the asset's useful life ends, the value expected, that is scrap value. Clear? Here, higher scrap value, it means lower depreciable amount. And lower scrap value means higher depreciable amount. Clear? Higher scrap value means lower depreciable amount. And lower scrap value means higher depreciable amount. It is same as estimated useful life of the asset. See here, longer life means smaller annual depreciation. Here also high scrap value means lower depreciable amount and shorter life means higher annual depreciation. Here also lower scrap value, it means higher depreciable amount. Clear? So see the example here, machine cost rupees 5 lakh and life 5 years. In this case first, here scrap value is 0. So depreciable amount here scrap value 0 means the value expected when the asset's useful life ends. So depreciable amount is 5 lakh minus scrap value equals to rupees 5 lakh. Here 5 lakh divided by how many years? 5 years equals to rupees 1 lakh. Rupees 1 lakh. This is our depreciable annual depreciation. Clear? So assume here we have followed the straight line method of depreciation. In the upcoming classes I will explain the methods of depreciation. Just assume here we have followed the straight line method of depreciation. Clear? So this is the case 1 and case 2. Machine cost same, that is 5 lakh, but here scrap value is rupees 50,000. Scrap value is rupees 50,000. Now depreciable amount, how much? 5 lakh, that is the cost of the machine less scrap value, depreciable amount, that is rupees 4,50,000. Now we need to calculate the annual depreciation. Equals to rupees 4,50,000 divided by life 5 years. 4,50,000 divided by 5 equals to rupees 90,000. That is our annual depreciation. Now we have to compare. Here what they said, higher scrap value means lower depreciable amount. Here the scrap value, in case 1 scrap value is 0 means less scrap value, and in case 2 scrap value is 50,000. Right, but in case 1 the annual depreciation is rupees 1 lakh, and in case 2 the annual depreciation is 90,000, means here in case 2 scrap value is more, higher scrap value, but there is lower depreciable amount compared to case 1, that is rupees 1 lakh, and lower scrap value. In case 1 there is no scrap value, it means lower scrap value. It will result into higher depreciable amount, that is rupees 1 lakh, compared to case 2, that is rupees 90,000. Clear? So I hope this is clear to you all. Now fourth one, the factors affecting the amount of depreciation, it is obsolescence. It means what? It means if an asset becomes outdated quickly, that is due to new technology or fashion. Clear? That is what obsolescence. Here when an asset is likely to become obsolete quickly, its useful life is reduced. It means the asset is likely to become obsolete, then its life will become reduced. Clear? So the business must recover its cost in fewer years. Annual depreciation increases. Here they are saying about the amount of depreciation. The business must recover its cost in fewer years. Annual depreciation increases. It means what? It means if an asset it will become obsolete quickly, the business has less time to earn back the money it spent on buying it, right? So then what happens? The annual depreciation that will increases. So the business must recover its cost in fewer years. That in that case annual depreciation increases. And if an asset is not expected to become obsolete soon, means it will not obsolete soon, then the depreciation it can be spread over a longer period. It means it will remain useful and in demand for many years. The business can use it for a longer period of time, right? So therefore the cost of asset it can be divided over more years. So it will resulting in a smaller annual depreciation. Clear? So in simple words, if the asset it is expected to become obsolete, then annual depreciation increases. And if an asset that is not expected to become obsolete soon, then the depreciation it can be spread over a longer period, means it results into a smaller annual depreciation. Clear? See, for example, a company it buys a computer. It buys a computer for rupees 60,000. Clear? So without the risk of obsolescence, without the risk of obsolescence, it could be used for 6 years. It could be used for 6 years. So the annual depreciation, how much? 60,000 divided by 6 equals to rupees 10,000. This is case 1. And case 2, due to fast changing technology, due to fast changing technology, it will be outdated in 3 years. Due to fast changing technology, it will be outdated in 3 years. In that case, annual depreciation, how much? Computer cost, that is same, divided by 3 equals to rupees 20,000. That is the annual depreciation. See, the business must recover its cost in fewer years. It means the asset it will become obsolete quickly. In this second case, then the depreciation is 20,000. If an asset that is not expected to become obsolete, then the depreciation amount that is lower, that is rupees 10,000. See, without the risk of obsolescence here, the depreciation amount is less than asset is expected to become obsolete, that is rupees 20,000. Clear? So here the faster the asset becomes obsolete, the higher the depreciation amount each year. Higher the depreciation amount each year. Clear? This is the fourth factors affecting the amount of depreciation. Now fifth one, it is nature of the asset or usage. Nature of the asset or usage. It means what here? Assets used more intensively, like machinery in 3 shifts. It will wear out faster. Means more depreciation each year. More depreciation each year. If the assets used more intensively, in that case the amount of depreciation will be more. And if there is less usage, it will slower the depreciation, means less amount of depreciation. That is what nature of the asset or usage. See, for example, two buses bought for rupees 20 lakh each. Bought for rupees 20 lakh each. So scrap value is 0. And here two buses. In that bus A, that is used in 3 shifts. 3 shifts means the bus that is used more intensively. Clear? That is used in 3 shifts. That is daily. And useful life, that is 6 years. Clear? 6 years. And bus B, that is used, it is used only once daily, and life is 10 years. Life is 10 years. Clear? Here now the annual depreciation for bus A, that is rupees 20 lakh divided by 6, because bus A life is 6 years, equals to 3,33,333 per year. And bus B, the annual depreciation 20 lakh divided by life is 10 years. Life is 10 years, equals to rupees 2 lakh per year. So what is the rule? If the assets used more intensively, more depreciation. See, more depreciation. Here bus A, it is used in 3 shifts. That's why the depreciation is more. That is 3,33,333. And bus B, it is used only once. Less usage means slower depreciation, means less amount of depreciation. That is rupees 2 lakh only. That is per year. Clear? So this is the nature of the asset or usage. Another factors affecting the amount of depreciation. And next one, last one, that is, one minute, legal or contractual limits. Legal or contractual limits. Here some assets can only be used for a fixed period. Some asset we can only use for a fixed period because of law, license terms or contractual agreements, even if they could physically last longer. Even if they could physically last longer, but we will use only for a fixed period because of some laws, license terms or contractual agreements. Here depreciation, it must be charged over that legally allowed period, means over that fixed period, not the physical life of the asset. Even if they could physically last longer, but we have to use it for a fixed period. So depreciation that is calculated over that legally allowed period, means over that fixed period, not the physical life of the asset. Clear? See, for example, a company, it buy a patent for rupees 10 lakh on 1/4/25. Patent, company buy a patent for rupees 10 lakh on 1/4/25. The patent, but the patent, it is legally valid, means the company, it can use for a fixed period because of law or license terms or contractual agreements for a period of fixed period, that is 5 years. So after 5 years, it will expire and we should not be used. We cannot be used. After 5 years, should not use the patent. Clear? So here scrap value, that is 0. And even if the patent could potentially generate income for 10 years, means even if they could physically last longer, the law restricts its use to 5 years. But the law, it restricts its use for only 5 years. Clear? So the depreciation we need to calculate it over that legally allowed period. That is 10 lakh divided by 5. That is rupees 2 lakh per year. We should not consider 10 years. So the depreciation period is decided by the legal life here or the contract period, not the physical working life of the asset. That is what legal or contractual limits. So factors affecting the amount of depreciation, that is in that first one is cost of the asset, and here higher cost, higher depreciable amount, lower cost, lower depreciable amount, and estimated useful life of the asset. Here longer life means smaller annual depreciation and shorter life means higher annual depreciation. And next one, it is scrap value or residual value. Here higher scrap value means lower depreciable amount and lower scrap value means higher depreciable amount. And fourth one is obsolescence. Here if the business it expected to become obsolete, then annual depreciation increases. If an asset is not expected to become obsolete soon, then the depreciation, there is less amount of depreciation. Clear? And fifth one, it is nature of the asset or usage. Less usage, low depreciation, and more usage, more depreciation. Clear? And legal or contractual limits. Here we need to consider the life that is fixed for a period because of law or license term. We should not consider the physical working life of the asset in legal or contractual limits. Here the depreciation period is decided by the legal life and not the physical working life of the asset. Clear? So I hope these factors affecting the amount of depreciation, that is clear to you all. And in the next class we will discuss about different methods of calculation of depreciation, how we have to calculate the depreciation. If you have any doubts in this concept, please comment. Thank you.